What's up? You're listening to the Juan and Joe Podcast. This episode is brought to you by ktshirts.net. Today was a good day.
Today was a good day.
Still doing some
we got
shit.
a lot of stuff done, man.
But we got a lot of stuff done, and now we're wrapping up a little podcast.
Yeah, wrapping up our day with the podcast. A little Devil's Ale, but
cheers
to a
to
good
you.
day. Oh, that's nice.
Yep.
Well, we're late afternoon now.
It says an APA in case people were asking, not an IPA.
yes, APA. Yeah, so good day today, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Got a lot of stuff done. It was nice to be able to have a whole day to just actually do a few different things.
Yeah, we were not all over the place, but we got a lot done in a lot of different areas. You know, we got it's tough to get all of it done in one chunk, or you know, when you don't have a lot of time. But we took the time. It's all about what you make.
Yeah. Did our first vlogging really? We haven't put it together yet, but
yeah.
But it'll be good. It was good. It helps me for sure because, oh man, we definitely want to get more content than what we were saying, but like the podcast and it'll be nice when we have a system in place for everything. You know, get some people, some friends of ours to come over, just fucking bullshitting.
For sure.
You know, right now I know this is just kind of temporary setup, but it's okay. It's just something
I like it. It works. It's got everything we need. We got light, we got cameras, we got sound.
More so than we had a year ago.
Yeah, we got alcohol.
A little
bit of that, but yeah, no, it's everything we need.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have bells and whistles yet, but we'll get there.
Yeah, we're on our way.
Yeah.
We can't start immediately. I mean, it'd be nice, but it's okay. This is the best way we learn anything.
Yeah.
You know?
So we're going to break into a couple of letters from B-Rad, huh?
Yeah. Letters from B-Rad is one of the podcasts that we actually want to do. We're kind of, it reminds me of Tim Ferriss a little bit, how he said, you know, he kept starting and then he stopped and then a couple of people did, and he finally was just like, okay, we're going to do 6. I'm going to just do 6 and see how it goes. And I ended up doing, I don't know if you heard the first one by by Joe Rogan, but he said the same thing. He's like, I kept saying, I'm going to get this shit going. And he finally fucking did it, but who knows how long it was, you know? Yep. I know we kind of do the same thing. Yeah. Well, because we do have a lot of stuff going on.
We have a lot of stuff going on. We also have a lot of ideas, and sometimes it's hard to know which idea to just take off full blast and which ideas you kind of stew on and which ideas you get all the way to the point of written and soundboard or sound. You got the not soundboarded, but fucking storyboarded. It might need more of this. You got the storyboard done. You got the script done. You got location. Like, you're totally ready to go, and then you just let's do something else. Like, we never shot that, did we? But you know, that's right.
I know, but it's just also like we got a fucking full-time job, dude, and. Again, not that it's fucking bad that I have a full-time job. Trust me, I'm grateful for it, but it's not what I want to do. I know it's not what you want to do. So,
no.
Of course, we are limited in time. Like shit, we have a Saturday finally to work all day, and you know, I can't wait till we're actually being able to do this podcast maybe every Tuesday or whatever we finally get to, you know. But like, it'll be nice when we finally have our consistency going, you know. It's just, right now it gets a little tough. We are working with what we have. Yeah. And I think we're doing fucking something.
Yeah, you know? And this is nice. We got the cameras going. The other podcast we have recorded, we have audio. So it'd be, you know, we can still finish them, but they'll be audio only, not.
Yeah. There'll be audio.
No video
only,
on them, but we can still put those up.
Yeah, and I mean, who knows? I mean, I know we're shooting this just in case. We would like to actually have this on video, I think. Yeah. The only thing is of course, then we eventually have to kind of decide whether we want the podcast, like, I guess on the same channel. Maybe I guess we'd probably just do a playlist, right? We just have podcasts
I think so.
Instead.
I think so. And then we'd have the podcasts can all live in Podcastville.
Yeah.
You know, where we have all the podcasts, whether they have audio with them or not. And then we also have some video podcasts that we've done, you know?
Yeah.
And especially when we get some of our buddies that want to do that stuff. It'll be fun to have cameras rolling on a couple of those cats.
Yeah, I can't wait until we got this guy Reggie, who
really
unfortunately he's going to be getting laid off at our place. They did a huge layoff at our joint that we work at right now.
Another reason to do things on your own.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Yeah, I mean,
business making decisions for the business, and I'm not going to fight that, but
right,
it's just another reason to not have all your chips in a corporate basket. Have shit going on the side.
That's no shit. And it sucks. I know it happens. It sucks, but for us, it's not like, honestly. Whoa, man, that's a nice one. Save that one for later. Unfortunately, I don't want to say fortunately, unfortunately. I would just say that if it had happened to me, honestly, I'd have been like, okay, now it's time for me to do my shit full time.
I wouldn't have been happy. That would have been my decision. Been done. But I also wouldn't be updating my resume right now. I'd be putting everything into this and writing it out. The nice thing about the folks that were let go, I don't think anybody was walked out the door. They had a timeline. They had things they had to get in place. So people got to finish up, get a little severance, find another gig.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice. Some places come in and 10,000 people walk out the door that day later. Yeah.
I know.
Oh, yeah, we're cutting right now.
Right now. Today's your last day.
Can I just grab my... No.
So anyway, we do go off on tangents, especially like the fucking job and shit. But back to Reggie.
Reggie!
So Reggie, like I said, unfortunately, he's one of the guys, but he's got till August. But we've been wanting to get him on here for a long time. We were talking about it last year. It's been over. I think it's been about a year, at least over a year, or close to that. But it's crazy, fucking Reggie. He works at a funeral home.
Yeah,
I guess, right?
A funeral home. Yep.
On weekends, and he was on call. I asked him about that, if he was still on call, and he's like, no. He's like, no, man, it got too hard because I'd be at the fucking bar with my boys or some shit, and then they'd call me to go come into work, and he's like, I can't, know. So he ended up not being on call anymore.
Down.
But he's been wanting to do the podcast. Actually, he keeps asking me about it, but I'm telling you, I told Baden some stories because he hasn't told you.
No, I've only heard through you.
Right?
Yeah. I talked to him about it very briefly, like, hey, heard you want to do the podcast. It's going to be great. As soon as we get our setup, man, you're going to be the first person we interview. Like, I all but promised him that. Like when we get to the point that we're doing this and we're interviewing people, we're bringing people in, you're the guy.
Yeah.
We're just not there yet, but.
And we've been trying to.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, so
definitely.
I can't. Yeah, I couldn't remember. So you've only heard him from me.
Just heard him from you.
But he has some crazy shit, man.
Oh, I can only imagine.
I mean, just to start, I think I did kind of tell you like how he got into it, right? With this boy fucking back in AZ up in I think Lake Havasu or something.
Lake Havasu, yeah.
And of course he's, I don't do the story justice, so I wasn't trying to tell Baden like, this is exactly how it went down. I said, this is kind of what happened.
Yeah, this is the scenario.
But it'd be nice to have him come in so he can fucking tell us about like how it went. And then some other shit that happened. And the guy that owns a funeral home was all excited about doing the fucking podcast as well. So,
we'll just do the Mortician Hour with Juan and Joe. Those guys want to just keep putting content up. We'll just keep it.
It's true. We could, though.
There's got to be a story a day there. I mean, good Lord.
Dude, fucking no. I mean, it's seriously. There's got to be some crazy shit. I mean, the way people die. Like, I never watched that fucking show that they had. What was it? Like 1,001 Ways to Die. Yeah. I don't care about that shit because it was all the fucking dramatization bullshit. I can't stand.
For one, it was terrible. It was reenactors, which is always hard to watch.
Which is fucking garbage.
Complete garbage. The guy who did the voiceover wasn't that good, I don't think. It was really like campy and corny kind of shit, And then the scenarios were always the most obscure scenarios. They can't just tell you, like,
of course, there's fucking ways to die. I could say, there's ways to make money. How? Well, I can fucking dig a hole somewhere and all of a sudden run into some fucking treasure. Like, there's 1,000 ways to fucking make money, but just because there's 1,000 ways to fucking die. The one way that one person has fucking died ever in history, that's counted as one. So. That's the only reason I didn't fucking get it. But the whole thing with like Reggie's shit. The whole thing with like Reggie's fucking shit is like, I mean, this shit,
stories.
It's real shit, and it's happened more than a few times on certain things, you know?
Really?
Yeah, like the baseball hitting somebody in the fucking in the neck or the head or something like that. Yeah, like that happened. I think some place in Florida, he said, or some shit like that. And then I think it happened here. I don't know if he actually if the guy's body was taken to their funeral home or not. But yeah, he said it was fucking is crazy. You know, he like the shit that he goes through. It is pretty amazing and it's interesting. And then it is sad that fucking people actually die the way they do. Right, but it's crazy. One, how. Like what happens and the shit that he goes through and how he kind of is a little bit cut off of like you have to emotionally detach yourself to.
Otherwise you couldn't do it. If you weren't able to do that, I have a friend of mine that's a nurse and she used to work in the children's hospital, like taking care of cancer kids. Not a lot of people could do that. Like that's a cycle that just keeps going. It never ends. But you got to be, you got to be the kind of person that can handle that. And yeah. I wouldn't be able to do it. No way.
No, fuck. No, but, I couldn't do that shit.
Yeah,
no
but same with him. You got to be able to detach and stuff. But I can't even imagine I wouldn't be able to do it.
I know.
Stuff always creeped me out. Not in a scared way, but just in like,
Well, yeah, it's just like...
I don't need to see that.
That's one of my things. Like, to me, as we've like talked about, like, negativity shit, like I don't need that shit in my life,
right,
right. I mean, it's I don't even go through like I think I have on one computer I have Google News is my homepage and like another one on Yahoo or whatever, and I hardly even go through that shit because news is always like bullshit, like fucking somebody killed or whatever and this and that, and most of the time I'll just go through shit unless it's like I see something that's cool or funny or exciting, or if I see something that is interesting but is negative, then I'll at least try to end on a positive somewhere,
Sure.
And like I was always so interested in like serial killers and things like that, and even like American Greed, but the more and more I hear talk like the podcast and shit, like the subconscious is like crazy fucking powerful. Mm-hmm. It's just we overlook it, So nowadays, like I used to go to bed and then I'd maybe turn on American Greed or whatever and go to bed. But there's a lot of bullshit with that. Yep. The good thing is most of the time these fucking people get busted. They fucking spend whatever.
Right, but your subconscious is chewing up all that stuff as you sleep, and you're going to bed. You're going to bed with that track playing in your head over and over again. Mm-hmm. No, I get that.
So that's why. Like it's for Reggie to have to deal with that shit. I mean, that's got to be tough, but
he also has.
He said it is.
What's that?
He said it is a little bit tough, though.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. And his story of why he got into it is going to be the most interesting story, and I think that's the one that's going to pull you in because then it makes sense. Yeah. If I had a story like that, maybe I'd be doing what he's doing. It's just things hit you. Things hit you at different times in your life, and sometimes you just got to take action, and that's why he's doing the work now. He took action. So
yeah, it's true. So it'll be interesting to have him. I can't wait to have him come in. A lot of times we've been waiting because we've been waiting for mics, and these mics are actually good.
Yep.
For that type of shit, but podcasts we actually want to use a different type of setup. Yep. Honestly,
different setup. Get the condenser in there, the condenser mics, and the pop screens, and who knows what all we'll start with. But
we'll need 3 mics because we need one for each, which is better.
4 if Reggie's boss comes.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of almost like we got to start with 4.
I know.
We got 3 shotgun mics we can choose from.
That will work for now.
We got one podcast style mic, but it's not the best ones in the world. Not the best one in the world, and it runs USB, not 3.5 millimeter. We decided that number was
3.5.
So it doesn't, so it's not the same setup. We'd have to run that to a PC or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And you get the little converter thing, didn't work. So I don't know.
I know that's the thing.
That's another tutorial to read.
Yeah, we got a lot of shit. We got a lot of shit going, but it's good. I'd rather have a lot of shit going than no shit going.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I am looking forward to sitting down with Reggie and knocking that podcast out. I think that's going to be really good. I think I'm going to learn a ton. I'm going to enjoy it, and that's really when it comes down to everything. I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it. That's going to be a great way for me to spend my time.
Well, you got to remember.
Listen to that story. So
you got to remember that we don't realize that there's everything that's done out there is a fucking job. Somebody has a job doing that shit.
Yep.
And there's things that we don't really look at that way, but you're like,
right.
You know, people fucking like, we know that there's funeral homes out there that people basically have to like take care of bodies or whatever it is, right? Right. But you don't realize it really until you talk to somebody that's actually been doing it.
Right, because it's not something that, you know, like you went to school and graduated with, you know, 200 to 1,000 people. One of them, you probably don't know one of them that's doing it. It's not like it's that common of a gig. So
right.
It's like, so somebody has to do it, but it's not anybody you mingle with all the time. And that's the other weird thing about it is like Reggie's a straight up normal dude. He was doing customer service at the company we work at for a while. Yeah. Has his, I don't know if he has a degree in finance or accounting, and that's why he moved over. But he moved over to accounting, like accountant by day, mortician by night.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like, what?
That's fucking. It's weird, man.
That's like total like opposites. You think of the guy's like a mortician, you know, by night. He's also in a death metal band, and you know, his baby has his little like a 3-month-old boy has his ears pierced or something. Like, you know, it's a dark. It's just a whole different profession.
Yeah, it's a whole different side of things, and that kind of reminds me of like, I don't know if there was a podcast or something that I saw a little while back, but it's like Moonlighters or some shit, which is very interesting because there's so many fucking people out there that have another thing they do on the side, you know, like people find it interesting that we do video and photography and shit like that on the side. But you never really, you know, we spend fucking hours and hours with these fucking people a week and shit, and you only know the work part, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't know any much more deeper than that.
Yeah, you got the work mask on. You're not exactly wide open.
Which is what what I'm fucking unmasking that shit because god damn, but yeah,
cuffs and masks. And...
But yeah, so hopefully we plan on doing a couple more of these fucking bad boys, and you know, Letters from B-Rad's gonna be one of them.
Yeah.
And I'll explain again. I know. In case we don't do the podcast, in case we don't air the other ones or whatever.
Just reintroduce us. If it's a first time viewer, give us a 30-second pitch on Letters from B-Rad.
Okay, so Letters from B-Rad. Letters from B-Rad. This is my boy here. Backstory on Letters from B-Rad. So, B-Rad was my buddy from back in high school. Back in 90. I met him, I think, 89, 90, something like that. He was one of my best friends. And as you know, I had four other buddies. Well, for the most part, there were 4 other buddies that hung out. We always hung out with a lot of people, but four of our main guys, 4 of my main friends hung out. Brad was one of them, and and then in '94, I think it was. 94, because I think it was the year before I graduated. He unfortunately went to prison for killing somebody.
Not good.
And he has been in prison ever since. So that kind of gives you an idea. It's 2018. So he's been in prison his entire life. He's not going to be getting out to have him, you know, in prison for life with no parole. So that's the background of Brad. I've talked to Baden about it a few times about that. And I haven't seen him since. I haven't seen him since '94. I think the last time I saw him was, I think it was like the weekend after where that crazy shit happened.
Oh shit!
And that was the last time I ever saw him. And then the last time I ever actually physically talked to him on the phone was he was in jail, in which I think that was, I don't know, maybe a few weeks or a month. I really don't fucking know. But that was the last time I talked to him.
But it was like, you know, along the timeline of the trial, not after he was incarcerated.
Yeah, because I was trying to think, like, did he go to trial first or not? I can't remember. Right. So,
it's still way back.
So, anyways, so that's the last time I ever talked to him. I've been writing him on and off for a long time, and I only say on and off because, you know, I have a lot of shit going all the time, and that's not an excuse. So I don't want to use that as an excuse, but that's what happens, and unfortunately, it's hard. And then plus, like, I'm not much of a fucking writer, and then like I can write, but there's only so much to say too. You know, it's almost like, so I call my parents every week, but I can't call them every day because what else am I gonna fucking talk about? The fucking weather, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that never changes here. It must have been in San Diego for the weather.
Yeah, or some crazy joint.
It's either hot or it's not.
So with Brad, I'd like to write him more often. It just gets a little hard, and then eventually it seems like I'm gonna be writing like one paragraph because there's only so much you can say. Because we have been talking for I don't know, the last 20 years, whatever it's been, you know,
corresponding.
Corresponding, and so, you know, I haven't talked to him literally for that long. So we've been writing, and a couple times, I just, you know, sometimes I hadn't written him for a year or whatever like that, but I do want to write him some more. So Letters from B-Rad is basically, I'm gonna read letters from my buddy that wrote me from prison, and we're just gonna talk about it a little bit. Right. It's very interesting from somebody, you know, you want to talk about a time machine. It's very interesting how somebody has gone into jail, went into prison since I don't know, like since '94, like I said, and it's crazy shit that he, you know, what he thinks, you know, like I told you that one time where he's like, I don't know, text Joe a message, and you know, he's like, I still don't understand how you can send words through a phone. That's just so weird to me, you know. And then he's saying like the Facebook thing, like, can you check for my brother on this Facebook thing? I don't know what it is, you know.
Something we just take for granted.
Yeah.
On the website, it was like, it's HTTP TTP // all small letters, all lowercase.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. That's how that works.
Yeah,
Thanks.
talk to your grandma. It's the same same thing. Gonna read letters that B-Rad wrote me, and we're just gonna talk about him. But his shit's just what he says is funny, and maybe this Letters from B-Rad goes good, maybe it doesn't. But we'll see how this goes. Oh, yeah, so I don't know if I ever showed you this one or read this one to you. So this one was sent to me. So this one was sent to me back in November. So it's got a damp. Fuck, I gotta get cut off. Matter of fact, I need another beer. This one's stamped of November 2nd. So
all right,
it was around that time. Let me get a fucking beer.
Make it 2, waitress.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. Also, leave a review, whether you like it or not. It'd be great for us. Don't forget to check out juanandjoecomedy.com and Juan and Joe Studios on YouTube.
Think is it?
Yep.
It's going to look like one of our videos after a little bit. 15 cans. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful.
Before, like, at the end of the fucking video, we're like, yeah, so, anyway, man, I gotta tell you how much I love you, man.
No, thank God.
As
long as we don't start Bud Lighting me those commercials, I want to shoot myself when they come on. Dilly!
Oh,
fucking assholes,
fuck, dude. I can't.
They do that shit.
That's even fucking.
There's like
funny.
No, and there's like a sales team where my wife works. They all do that shit 24/7, all day long. Dilly.
Another reason not to fucking have a full-time job elsewhere.
Jesus.
Especially if you own that company, you'd be like, all right, get the fuck out of here and shut the fuck up with that shit.
You just failed the IQ test.
Yeah. All right, so this one again, Letters from B-Rad, back in November of last year. By the way, he at this point in time here, he's in prison in Nevada. Okay. So he has Happy Halloween. I don't know why it's in different color.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Because he wrote it in March and forgot.
Yeah, probably. Hoser! Sup, my friend? Been a while. Thought I'd check and see if you still alive or at this address. So as you can tell, I hadn't written them in a fucking while.
And right away, Hoser tells you that it was 90. It was in the 90s.
Yeah.
When he stopped interacting with people. Hoser.
So he says, so I'm in a book now called Wall and Paper by Evelyn LeBlanc. I imagine it's pronounced Roberge because LeBlanc, I'm sure it's fucking some kind of French shit.
Probably.
Look her up.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll do that.
Look her up. And I did. I'll go in a little bit. I don't know exactly what the fucking story was that she was talking about, or like what the book was about that she was reading. So I keep looking at the camera, just want to make sure these fucking two are recording because we keep getting these fuckers quitting on us. So I'm in a book now called Wall, or maybe it's Wall plus Paper or Wall and Paper, whatever the fuck. Anyway, so look her up. She's an assistant professor in Rochester, New York. She did an art book and contacted me as a lifer to be one of her helpers. Cool, huh? So I did look her up. Let's just make sure that she didn't say much more of that. It's a short letter, so that's good. I did look her up. I don't know exactly like the book. Like her website's like the fucking thing seemed like it was built in '99 and shit. So,
they built it on his way into.
Yeah, it's like I think Craigslist is fucking more updated than that shit, dude. Because I was looking, I'm like, what the fuck is going? Like, what is this? So she's like an artist, I think, or something like that. I know it's a professor, but
yeah.
But I looked it up. I was trying to find something on him, but it's one of those archaic ass fucking sites. So you can't fucking search and shit like that, you know? Or I mean you can, but I don't remember. Yeah. That's how fucking bad it was because I can't even fucking remember the thing.
I heard one time that somebody said it looked like an Atari on pause. And I'm like, that describes a lot of websites.
That's no shit, dude.
All right, hey, there's my website.
Well, that was one of them.
Like Berserk.
When fucking Craigslist got you beat,
dude,
you need to fucking you need to work on that shit. So he continues. Cool, huh? So he continues. These fuckbags of an administration locked me up and 29 others up here as he calls it in quotation, shock collars. I didn't know what the fuck shock collars were. Do you know what they were?
Only for animals, like dogs.
Yeah, those are shock.
Oh, what did you say?
It's a shot.
Shot collars? No, I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, shock collars. Okay, so well, let me show here. So he continues, says, I'm retired, but they don't care. But rumor has it they have a contract with. So I'll stop right there for a second because this kind of changes a little bit of the story here in a minute. I looked up shock collars because I didn't know what the fuck it was. Yeah. So a shock collar in short is the CEO of that maybe gang type of thing.
Okay.
So, you know, of course he's a white guy, so he has to be in the white supremacist group and all that shit. And so the shock collar is basically a fucking CEO. So everything and I know I'm not getting this 100% accurate, but from what I said before and from what I remember what I'm reading, they basically like any decisions that are made go through the shock collar. So I guess like
he calls the shots.
Yeah, but I guess like if somebody says like somebody fucks up and they maybe they rip off a fucking guy from another fucking I don't know, I don't want to call them gang, but another group, we'll say for now. I forgot the fucking term they use. And so if he like rips him off or some shit, right? And then there's got to be some type of fucking consequences, some type of
repercussions.
Payback. Yeah, exactly.
There's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
Yeah. So like it's just got to happen, and at that point it kind of goes through the shock collar, and they basically have the final say, like what's gonna happen. Yeah, this guy needs to get his fucking ass whooped, or they meet up with this shock collar meets up with the other shock collar in a fucking meeting and discuss, okay, your boy ripped off my boy. This has got to happen. And then he says, no, this is going to happen, or they say, okay, that's fair, whatever it is. Right. Yeah.
I've seen Sopranos. Okay.
So that's kind of what a shot caller is. I mean, that's one thing. They're just in charge of everything. Everything that's fucking done goes through them.
Okay.
So every decision that's made goes through them, all that shit. So that kind of gives you basically what a shot caller is. As I said, he says, I'm retired, but they don't care. But rumor has it they have a contract with Arizona to ship 200 inmates there. I might be one of them, according to rumors. I will expect to see you, Mexican. It'll suck, and hopefully it's smooth transition. Not a turf war between Nevada and AZ brand, and he has Aryan Brotherhood in parentheses. So, I mean, even fucking, which is so weird. Like, hey, yeah, you're Aryan Brotherhood, so am I, but we're from different states, so we still kind of against. Like, I don't. It's fucking weird shit.
You're already in prison, like.
Yeah, like fucking come on.
Can we be on the same team?
Because he says we have a truce, but you never know. Valhalla. Whatever. Anyways.
Do his Aryan brothers know that he's writing to a Mexican?
Fucking.
I'm just kind of curious. Wait a minute.
I should write him next time. I should be like, hey, dude, you fucking boys know that you're writing a fucking Mexican and shit?
Yeah. Don't worry, I got my finger on the pulse. What's going on out there? There's his beaner I write to every now and again.
The last thing he says is this is a short fucking letter. He usually writes me a fucking two-sided bitch. Well, my friend, in old Nordic, and I think he spelled it I-N, whatever. In Old Nordic, oh yeah, it is. In Old Nordic, it's said as Inantia Mathar, something. Trusted and true friend. Be well and right. Asshole.
Signed B-Rad.
Signed B-Rad.
And he is rad.
Yeah, so he might be fucking
I'm
coming to AZ.
Check out one of these other ones in a little bit, and maybe you got an update on that.
Well, the update is gonna be the next time he wrote me, which is gonna be in a couple months, and voila, in a couple months later.
Hey, whoa! Weather's the same, beer's the same.
Yeah. So, it'll be crazy if he comes down here. I know it's crazy that they're fucking transferring him over here. Too,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting.
It'll be one hell of a bus ride, huh?
Jesus Christ! Can you imagine that shit?
I hate driving to Vegas. Dude, I mean, I've done it, but
just a regular car drive sucks.
God, yeah.
I would never do the fucking Greyhound. And,
right.
And then now you're in a fucking prison bus. Fuck, dude.
I gotta take a piss.
Piss in your fucking pants, or who knows? Yeah, so he's gonna be coming down, and then next time he fucking writes me up, I will I'll read that letter and see what he fucking says. But,
sounds great.
Yeah, but we'll see. But it is fucking crazy, man. It'll be intense when or if and when I see him. But I'm telling you, I think that I'm gonna try to do a little bit of a fucking vlog when I go over there. Unfortunately, I don't think they're gonna let me actually record in there. But at least I can do the vlog as we're as I'm going over there right before.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, and then after that, see what happens.
Get in the car and just go. That was fucked up.
Yeah, or holy shit, man. That's who fucking knows?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to fucking see him for the first time in since '94. What the fuck is that? 24 years?
Yeah.
Some shit.
18.
Right?
Yeah. 24. Yeah. 24
years. Fucking Christ. So
we're old.
Yeah, that'll be fucking crazy. And I would almost like to ask if I could fucking go in there as documentary, but I'm sure you need your fucking. I don't know if you need a press pass. Who fucking knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
But I can imagine all the permits, and it takes for fucking ever for me just to get visitation rights, just to get my name on his list, so I'm allowed to send him money. And you imagine?
Really?
You imagine trying to fucking get permits or permission from them to allow to record in a fucking prison. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, it'd be months, years.
And I don't know if I told you, but Michelle and I took a drive a couple weeks. We went to where the fuck was it? Where the fuck did we go last time? Hey! Where did we go when we went to the drive again? Not Bisbee. Florence. Yes, thank you. Florence. Did I tell you that we went to Florence?
No, I've never even heard of Florence. Florence, Arizona? No.
Yeah, that's a big ass fucking. Oh, that's a big fucking prison
Italy.
Town. Big old fucking prison town over there.
Oh, really?
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, that's why I was surprised that they didn't. I thought that's where they're transferring him if they were going to, but I don't know. No. But no, I went to Florence and yeah, dude, they got fucking 2 big ass fucking prisons. There's like one north and one south or some shit. So
Jesus.
Yeah, it was interesting.
How far is it, or which way?
It's going towards Globe.
Okay.
And so you're kind of going east, and then you fucking turn right. So then it's almost like it's actually just south of us. So it's between Casa Grande and Globe is way the fuck over there, but it's like have you ever been to the Renaissance Festival out here? So
no, actually, fucked up thing. Going tomorrow. Never been.
Good luck with that bullshit. Anyway, so you'll know where that's at. Kind of like, so there's Renaissance Festival. It's like between the Renaissance Festival and Casa Grande. Okay. Basically where it's at. And there's a bunch of little fucking cities like Coolidge and fucking.
Oh, I know where that is. Yeah.
Yeah, so Coolidge is like fucking bordering basically Florence, and then there's fucking Eloy up north more. So I guess there's a prison there too. So yeah, it's pretty fucking interesting what's gonna happen, and we'll see. But I hope I fucking see him. I don't know. It's just gonna be fucking weird.
Oh, it'd be crazy, but yeah, why not? Right?
Yeah. Well, I still consider him a friend. I mean, why the fuck would I ever agree with what he did? Of course, I never would. But I will never know what the hell happened. I don't think I'll ever know what happened. But I'm not gonna just never fucking talk to him again or anything like that. I mean, I don't know what the fuck happened. It's fucked up what he did, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna just stop fucking talking to the fucking dude either, And it sucks. It really fucking sucks. But to me he's still a friend, and unfortunately what happened, he's in prison for that, and you should pay the consequences for doing this shit. I fucking don't want to kill anybody, Mm-hmm. I mean, you always fucking say it because you're fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
You'd never fucking do it.
I'd actually do it, no.
So, yeah, but we'll see. And then next time he fucking hits me up or, writes me back, then we will fucking hit up the podcast again and see if we got an update and shit.
Sounds good. Awesome.
All right, so for now, fuckers, we are out this bitch. We do have merch.
Oh, yeah. Merch.
Anyways, we have ktshirts.net. This is where we design these shirts and sell them. Mm-hmm. What else? We forgetting anything else?
I don't think
YouTube channel, of course.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you'll probably find it here, but yeah, just in case.
Juan and Joe on the YouTube channel.
Juan and Joe. You can look up Juan and Joe right now. We have a Juan and Joe comedy.
Yeah.
But we're going to probably take the comedy part off because we're going to be doing more vlogging tutorials.
Oh, I thought it was because we weren't funny anymore.
They probably don't fucking think we are.
Probably not. Juan and Joe attempt comedy.
And then I think we talked about this last time is I'm still on board and trying to do a fucking open mic night this year.
Oh, yeah? Oh, good. Yeah.
So I'm fucking terrified.
I'm all in on that.
God, I want to fucking do it.
I was thinking we'll just go somewhere outside the city. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You're never going to see anybody.
And vlog that shit.
Oh,
fucking
God.
You imagine
vlog
this?
Before.
Oh, yeah. And then afterwards, like, oh, fuck, I can't believe it. Like, how the fuck did that go? You know, I couldn't even, I'm fucking terrified, but I need to find all my shit, though, like my bits and stuff. You know?
I brought my shitty Samsung phone. I didn't even tell the guy I did it with before. I didn't even tell him. I fucking hit record. I got at least 2. I got audio on.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's not very good audio, but I was like sitting there and like hit record on my phone, lock the phone, go up there, do it, come back, unlock the phone. Like, awesome. Like I had to get something, like some kind of record of doing it.
Of course, dude. Of course.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun, but yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Hopefully we're able to do that. Maybe we'll fucking do a podcast episode on that shit when we like fucking get ready to do it, and then we'll do it. It'll be crazy, but you know, check out our shit, man. You know, and let us know. You know, if you guys like it, what anything else. Again, this is our fucking first one in a sense, or at least first video one kind of thing. Video one, And just don't, again, check out Juan and Joe comedy or Juan and Joe YouTube.
Juan and Joe on YouTube.
We have a website as well.
JuanandJoeComedy.com.
That's
what it is.
Check out ktshirts.net, and I think that's it. If you guys want to, I do photography as well. JoseMezaPhotography.com. You guys can check that out. But if this is going on video on YouTube, we will put all the links down below.
Yep. If not, there should be show notes if we do it in.
Yeah, show notes. That's right.
Yeah. So either way, we'll get some descriptions out there, some stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So until then, motherfuckers.
See ya.
Peace.
That's a fucking wrap.